This is a 1952 Chevrolet 3100 short bed truck. I'm going to take it for a quick drive and show you around the truck. This actually has a 1959 Corvette engine in it with a 350 turbo transmission. Transmission shifts nice. It does have a lower gearing in the back, so it's not a super fast truck. If you wanted it to go faster, you could redo the rear end, the gears in the rear end. But it does drive nice and straight. It's a good driving truck. Steers easily. It does have a disc brake conversion on the front with power booster. It's got power disc brakes. Pull in here and show you around the truck. Goes into reverse easily. It's got a nice sounding exhaust. There's something for me, there's something iconic about those late 50s and early 60s engines that just had a little bit different sound to them. Should be able to open the hood with one hand. It's a really nice running engine. I mean, just runs out with good power, cranks easily, sounds great. I'm gonna turn this off. I've actually had a couple of guys offer to buy the engine, just the engine alone, out of this truck, and maybe if somebody was doing a 58, 59, 60 Corvette restoration, they might want this engine. But we did pull the block numbers, and that's what it's got, which I think makes it really cool. So I think this truck's got a lot going for it. It's got a few little things that it needs too. You know, obviously keeping it from being a $20,000 truck, but just overall, a really nice straight body, very minimal imperfections on the body itself. One of the things that's great is all the chrome is new. So, I mean, and that's this expensive stuff here. Brand new piece, the center hood piece is brand new. This is brand new. Front emblem, these are new. Now, I'd say brand new. They've been replaced within the past few years. New bumpers. New door handles. Rear bumper as well has been replaced. And the lights were replaced with original style lighting. With this nice looking chrome. So we'll get right up on it and start picking it apart a little bit. There's two holes here, I believe, on both sides. No, actually only on that one fender for some reason. It may have been somebody had put an indicator light there or a deer whistle a long time ago. So we've got those two tiny little holes there, and then you've got two kind of similar holes here on the doors. And I'm not sure if maybe somebody put some trim there, a piece of trim in the past. I'm not sure. I'm unfamiliar with those holes, as an original one would not have that. This would be where the original gas tank was for this bed. So the bed may not actually have belonged to this truck. This may be like a 47 or 48 bed with the original gas tank being down here. And then the cab, they may have changed the bed out years ago. And so now you have, of course, the original gas tank for this, which is where it's supposed to be. So tack welding, or welding a piece of steel into there and smoothing that out would, of course, eliminate that. Continuing around the truck, the tailgate's in decent shape, but it definitely looks like it was a work truck at some point. So it's got a little bit of a kind of a beat up look to it. Not overly beat up, but somewhat. And as well as the back of the bed with a dent here and some dents down the bottom. Looks like somebody did a kind of not that great of a job welding this piece on. Maybe we're trying to repair that at one point. The wood in the bed is in really good shape, and probably sanding it and putting some new clear coat on there would just make it look really nice. A couple of real light scratches here that could buff out, and then there is a little bit more of a paint discrepancy here on this one fender, and that's the only spot I've seen it on. So obviously a little older paint job, but when you back away from it, it's consistent from bumper to bumper. This is, you know, I guess what we call a 20 footer or even a 15 footer. I mean, from 15, 20 feet, I mean, I'm literally standing with the camera 10 feet, less than 10 feet away, and the truck just looks beautiful. So just a really sharp looking driver, but like I said, when you get right up on it, same thing, noticing these two little holes here in the door, and I think it looks like somebody may have put some sort of a trim piece there that they liked. Little spot of bubbling underneath the paint here, and that's the only spot I see. Cab corners look pretty good. There's a couple of little bubbles here, but I believe the cab corners have been replaced. The wheels are the original style wheels with the trim ring, and they look really nice. The tires are older. They have good tread, but a little bit of cracking on the edges of the tires. So for driving around town, I think they'd be fine. But eventually might want to look into buying a new set of tires for the truck. Going to the inside, very presentable overall. We actually have a headliner, and the one piece of the headliner that's missing here, I actually have it, and it goes with the truck. It just needs to be installed, but this headliner's new. The seat looks like an older, I don't know that that's original. It could be original. If not, it was restored or reupholstered many years ago. The only imperfection I see is one little spot right here. Other than that, it looks really good and presentable. The gauges have been messed with, obviously pulled out during the driver restoration. The tachometer shows 99.594. Speedometer is not completely working, but some of the other gauges seem like they are. Let's see if I can get it to... No, I don't want to do that. So, not sure exactly which gauges are working or not, so that would need to be troubleshooted. Old 80s model. Looks like I don't even know if that's a tape player or just a old Delco GM radio there. So it does not work. All the glass is in good shape. Windows roll up and down. A few imperfections in the weather stripping here. This might be even the original weather stripping. If you get right up on it, you see some cracks there. Wanted to get up under the truck real quick and show you step ups. You've got a spot here where this would have been connected, and it looks like it's rusted there. So that would be something maybe to think about replacing, but they are solid if you step on them. Actually, I'm not sure if those were ever bolted together. A lot of this, what you're seeing under here, is the original undercoating, so that's not rust. There's superficial rust underneath it, but this is the original undercoating that's peeling off. So you'll see that consistent on the truck. Cab corners are rusty on the insides, and it's a little bit tough to tell. I know, that's why I'm trying to use the camera as best I can to show you that most of this is just flaking original undercoating. These are the original floor pans to the truck, and they look really good. From under here, there are two patches underneath the floor, and I want to show that real quick while I'm thinking about it. So the power brake booster was installed, and when that happened, they cut the floor, and so that's a really good thing there, but it does have this steel plate on top of it just kind of hanging out. But nice thing is it does have power brakes, so, or disc brakes. The other thing is that the floor shifter, when it was installed, the original transmission cover was removed, and there's just a plate there as well. So that's something that, you know, if this was my truck, obviously I would go through and, you know, patch up the floor a little bit better and put an original style floor mat in. I'd probably go back to an original radio too, and maybe even original steering wheel. I'm not personally super crazy about the steering wheel, but different strokes. Some people like it. The lights do work. Turn signals even work. I think I mentioned the rear bumper being new as well. Same on this side as the other side underneath. We'll take a quick look. Flaking undercoating, but not rust. These screws here are missing. A little bit of rust there too, and some rust in the cab, in the bracket back of the cab corner. So there you have it. I try to be as honest and open about the condition of every vehicle we sell, and you know, I think this is a great driver. This is one of the reasons why I scooped this one up. I love the Corvette engine in it. The fact that it's already got an automatic. It's had a lot done to it, a lot of new wiring. The glass is all in great shape. Nice looking wheels. From 20 feet away, the truck's a real good looking driver. And you know, this would be a great truck for somebody to play with on the weekends and kind of, you know, patch this and touch up that and make it their own. So I think this is a great truck that's ready to drive today, but you can still put your own fingerprints on it.